Hi guys, AJ here, and I'm in Athera about to show you how to mine for iron this time. Everything is mined basically the same way and uses the same techniques, aka you have to mine it, you have to process it, you have to transport it, but in my opinion on the server that I'm playing on, iron is the best priced ore because you sell them each for 2,000, whereas salt is only 750, and it's just, in my experience, it's the best way to make the most money out of this. Okay, so I usually start out in Athera because there's a garage. You're going to want to go to a general store. General store is going to sell you general store will sell you repair kits in case you crash your truck. Hopefully you don't. It's got a garage where you can get your truck out. You're also going to need to visit a market because you'll need to buy food and drink, because you'll be there for a while. It takes quite a while to actually get a full run in, and you're going to need a pickaxe. This is the most important thing. You need a pickaxe to mine. If you forget your pickaxe, it's not good. Obviously another thing you're going to need is a truck to store all your ore in. You can get a couple of different trucks. If you visit the truck store, you can choose a truck from there. I recommend the Zamek Transport, covered or open, it doesn't matter, because just for the price you can get more for your money with that truck, because it holds a decent amount. It doesn't cost that much. I think it's around 130k or something, or 200k. It's the best truck to get started with, and I always recommend running with a convoy, so at least have someone else with you. And I always recommend buy a gun, because people are always going to want to hold you up when you're doing your mining, because obviously you've got something that's worth something, so people are always going to want to take it from you. You can't rely on the police to keep patrolling, the outskirts kind of areas that the mining areas are in. So you have to defend yourself. Okay, starting from Athera, you want to go to the gun store, which is there, along the road, motorway, to the iron mine. Iron mine is there. Then you want to come back, past Athera, to iron processing, which is here. Then back down towards Kavala, where the iron and copper trader is there, just by the Kavala checkpoint. Alright, after grabbing food, water, pickaxe, a gun, some extra money, bring the extra 10-20k, because the license for the processing, I believe, costs 10 grand for iron, so bring that with you. I just meet up with my friend Liam, he's in the Zamek Transport. That's the other truck that I recommend getting. If you have enough money and you're balling like me, you can get the Helmet, but honestly it's not worth the money for how much it stores. On other servers it may be a different configuration for the mining. I've seen some servers which actually has a mining store where you can buy a mining license, and on my server that I'm on right now, you don't. The server I'm on is SEAL Team Sloth, Island Life. It's a decent server, I've been playing on it for a while now. We're just making our way there. It's always more profitable when you have more trucks involved, and I recommend getting a bunch of your buddies together and running a convoy, because the more trucks you have, the more profit there is. Now it's worth keeping a decent distance between you and other trucks, and if you want to know the reason why, the reason is, on this server that I'm playing on, if you desync into another truck, which has happened to me before, and you blow up, if you don't have any evidence to back that up, aka a video recording, they will not compensate you for the desync and the loss of what this truck cost me 325 grand. I would not get any of that back if I had no evidence. So I'm always recording whenever I'm doing mining, because if you get jumped and someone doesn't roleplay it, if someone tries to smash into you, you have that evidence there to show, so you can get your money back. But we're running down the trail towards the iron mine. It's usually alright on this server. I've never run into anyone there before, and it's a little bit out of the way, so it's a decent place to mine, and it's not too unsafe. If your mining operation eventually gets very large, what you can do is actually ask for a police escort. Like, cops like making money, obviously, like anybody else does. And if you say, oh, well, if you're making 400k per run on iron, you can say, oh, cop, come with me to the processing and the selling of it, and I'll give you 50k. And that he will usually do it. It means that you're absolutely guaranteed the money from that run. Like, you'll be so much safer with a cop there. It's okay if you've got a gun, but if you shoot someone, you know, without them doing anything to you or being hostile or that kind of thing, it's you're in the wrong, and you can get killed for that and get jailed and fined and all that. So yeah, I'm taking the back roads here. It's no rush, and it's probably better to take a stealthier approach, even though you're in two massive trucks. But yeah, just over that hill there is where all the mining happens. Alright, here we are. Now, the method used to get the ore out of the ground is basically park up next to it. Make sure there's nobody around, you know, have a little bit of a look. You're going to want to go up to it, press T or your inventory. You want to click on your pickaxe and hit use. You'll do an animation. Pays to put your gun away because he'll try to unholster it every single time you go to grab. So yeah. What a lot of people don't know and ask a lot of the time is press T on your vehicle to enter the trunk. And that's how you store and manage your items. It's frustrating. People go and, you know, do mining and they just use their inventories in their backpacks, and it's insane. After you've filled up both your trucks, you can go and head down towards the processing, which I marked and showed you earlier where it was. It's just kind of northeast of Kavala, in between Kavala and Athera, along the road there. Alright, this is where you process your iron. You're going to need to buy a processing license first, and it's probably a better idea that just one person buys the license, because it just saves everybody money instead of having to buy the license multiple times. It does take a little bit longer, but it's not too bad. And as long as you've got someone watching out for you, it's really quite safe. This guy right here, you can actually process the iron while you're in the car, so you can sit in your truck locked, you'll be safe. You can just hit T to enter your inventory, and you'll have to wait for that bar up there to hit 100. Once it hits 100, it'll process the iron that's in your inventory. So it'll be the process of storing your iron that has been processed and taking out the unprocessed from the truck, and constantly doing that until you've finished processing all of your raw iron that you've collected. Alright, that batch is done. Hit T. You've got your iron ingots, that's what they transfer into once you've processed them. And you just swap them out, and you can do that. While we were processing, we had some cops come and say hi to us. It's good to know that they're doing their job, I guess. But yeah, they just wanted to know what we were doing. Nothing illegal, obviously. Mining is all legal. There's nothing really illegal you can do unless you're transporting drugs. But yeah, they just came and said hi. After we were all finished up processing, we started to head down to the iron and I think it's iron and copper trader, which is down by the Kavala checkpoint. Just like the iron mine and the iron processing, make sure there's nobody around, and you can get out and sell your iron. Now, if you want a good place to quickly store all your money, you can run, inside the checkpoint, there's actually a building that the cops use, but Usually there's not nobody actually at the checkpoint. You can run inside the building, and there's actually an ATM there. Really handy. Means you don't have to go into Kavala, which is potentially pretty dangerous, but just with me in that truck, because Liam actually had to log off before, so he had just parked his truck up somewhere, but I had about 85 ingots, and I made about 200k from that. And that's just with me, one truck, so that's pretty much all profit, really. Liam's truck would have had about 150k's worth as well, so it's a great way to make money. As long as you're prepared and patient, you can make a lot of money out of it, and it's really a great way to be successful in this game, because you could just get a bunch of friends together and do them, and you guys can have as much money as you want, really. I hope you guys learnt something from this, and you can apply it into your game strategies and what you want to do in game. If you've got any other recommended tutorials that you'd want me to do, like I might do fishing next. Fishing could work. I could do drugs if that's something people would want to see. Just give me a comment, give me a like, and I'll try my best to get another video out. Cheers, guys.